rally, guys. So we're excited. We're busy fitting a roll cage, and now we can go do some. Hi guys, we just got back from the Hardline Hex trip with the Cape Route Rally trip, guys. I did it with my trusty old Land Rover, my standard Land Rover Defender. It's got a standard Chevy 8, standard Nissan Patrol axles, standard Nissan Patrol gearbox on Dirty Life beat locks and my Max Track tires that really amazed me on the rocks. I heard with age comes the cage, so we started to build an external roll cage on the front that goes into an internal roll cage with a hoop inside the car with a cross brace inside the car. As we get older, you think a bit more about what you're doing, and we've had so many close calls, and it's just the ferries has kept the car on the ground, so we're trying to just to be a bit safer for the stuff that we do.
Hey, reverse maar net, linkerhand af, reverse.
Partly what I learned in the States at the King of the Hammers, to concentrate a bit more on the safety aspect. All the rock trails we do, anything can happen. So we are trying to, and I'm not alone in the car, so we're trying to upgrade the safety specs the car is getting more capable, it can put you in more difficult situations. So it's so capable that when it is in a situation that you're stressing, it's a situation. So we are upgrading the safety specs as well. We almost tested it out only twice this past weekend, so it was close, and we're only like 90% done with it. There's still some work. We run out of time. There's still some work on it left. You can see it's still not painted yet and stuff, so we still got a bit of finishing off to do to it. Yeah, we started at Gravel Kings just outside Rawsonville, and I kept the a bit back. The guys did some drag runs. I didn't want to break my car because it's not a drag car. So, and I don't know how to take it easy. So I just held back a bit. And then as we left, there's some nice gravel with a pot scraper that made the roads. There's some like gravel heaps like this on the side of the track. And as we're leaving at quite a bit of speed, I just pulled the car over those like heaps at speed to test out the new Olin rear shocks. We made Ford Ranger Olin rear shocks fit on the car with multiple rebound and compression adjustables on it, so external adjustments on it, and it did really well. It took those bumps at speed like awesome. That's crazy. It's nice to have the rear planted as well now on the car. It makes a big difference to keep the traction down. And just outside the Doorns there was a very steep sand climb that turns into a very loose, rocky, rutted climb. The sand climb, there was like deep rut walls where the water washed it away with soft sand blowing in, and the ruts doesn't go straight, but the road goes straight. So I had to bulldoze those corners of the ruts. I had to bulldoze the car and let the tire pressure down. I didn't want it to go too low pressures because from the sand it turns into very sharp rocks and stuff. But at this stage I just had to go lower tire pressures to get the traction to get up the sand. Then I blew my tensioner pulley, the bearing went out and the belt came off and the car got very hot.
Je fan gaan staan.
Staan die fan stil?
Ja, fan gaan staan. Ja.
Oh, die belt is aan afzetten.
Nee, die belt is nog op, maar het gaat stop.
And sprayed water, it overheated, sprayed water over the engine, and then that's when we realized the pulley came off. Then I took the pulley off and the belt, what's left of the belt, we took off, and then we made my cable tie fan belt again. So we used the cable tie to make a fan belt. Didn't work very well, but it worked that the belt, at least the fan and water pump can still turn. And then we bulldozed on further on, let tire pressures down further, and that's when I almost rolled it twice. There was a big rock on the loose, a big rut on the loose rocks. When we tried to stay in line to miss it, I slid into and it picked up the one wheel, and I thought, oh well, now we're going to test the roll cage. And I was thinking, am I going to get out, or am I going to go along for the ride? But as I was thinking, what's my options, luckily the back bumper caught on the rut and it just kept the car there. So there was yeah, lots of very lucky there that the Fikis managed to keep the car on the ground. And then we loaded our tire pressures and then we drove out further. But we parked there for a couple of hours to make the cable tie fan belt and sort it out, and had parts. Lucky I phoned Piet. He ran to Brackenfell to JPVH shop, got me a second-hand pulley, and he brought it to me, and we made it work again so we could carry on. Then the next morning we met up and we went to the Hex River Trail. Last year we missed the J route. We didn't do the complete. We ran out of time with stuck and winching and breakdowns, so we couldn't do the complete loop. This year we went. The mission was, Hex is one of my bucket list trails, because ever since I was small I always heard how difficult and rock steps and stuff, and I wanted to do the rest of the trail. And we got there. We did same stuff as last year that are nice and challenging. And then we also did the J route, which I was hoping was going to be more difficult, but I think the car is too capable now that the J route might be a challenge for a Hilux or on 31-inch tires, but for our cars it's not as challenging. And from there we went to the Gecko Rock, and we wanted to do a trail there, but it hasn't been driven in 5 years, so we did a lot of trying to find a trail until it got dark and we couldn't find a trail. So we did a lot of boonder bashing and stuff and trying to find the trail on the old trail, but we couldn't find the right trail. And then we had a dinner at Gecko Rock. There was the cold toy was there. That car's got a presence. So standing at the fuel station looking at that cold toy, he took a cold bucky, Lexus V8 it, and put Unimark portal axles underneath it. That thing is a monster with tractor tires on it. So that when you saw that, you know it's business. He means business. So that was cool to see that like monster of a car. I think super capable. What it lacks on high speed, on the high speed stuff, it makes up for capability on the rocks, and it's got rear steer. I think I would love to see some rougher, that thing in some rougher trails, to go do some rock crawling with him. That'd be awesome. That thing has got such a presence. It's tall and big and super capable. It's very capable. So I'd love to see that car more. And it was nice to drive out with the Jeep guys again. Jeeps are always very capable, and at the high speed stuff, the Jeeps always struggle to keep up, but when it comes into the rocks, they do very well in the rocks. That's what they're made for. And then in the sand stuff, like my car and stuff, the Defender with the V8 also does very well in the rocks, where the Jeeps are more for the rock crawling stuff. So it's nice to see every car coming into its category, where it does well and where it doesn't do well. This is the second Cape Route rally I've done with my new Max Trek tires. The first one was the Desert and Diamonds Dune trips, which I enjoyed them a lot. They're the 37-inch, 13.5, 17, so they're a 1 inch wider than most of the tires. So I could feel dune drifting compared to my previous 12.5 inch wide tires. The 13.5, I could feel when I do a dune drift, when I give it more gas, I could feel the car climbing. So I could feel there's much more traction, and they feel a lot more smoother rolling and moving in the sand. They were awesome, but I couldn't have a big opinion yet, because I still, the rocks is a big test, because rocks takes no prisoners. It doesn't care what name is on the sidewall. The rocks are sharp. They'll just cut everything. And so I was keen to see how they do in the rocks. And on the Hex River trip last year, I lost 3 tires, and I was like, what's the word, anxious about what's going to happen this year. I don't want to lose tires again. And the Max Treks really amazed me. I did all the same rock trails last year, and I didn't lose a single tire. The next morning, all 4 tires were still aired up and didn't lose any air. and afterwards I was looking for marks and chips and scrapes, and you really have to look for marks and stuff. You can see where the normal wear and tear on the grip, where it gripped, but the sidewalls look awesome. Like they took it really well. My standard Land Rover Defender with the standard Chevy V8 and standard Nissan Patrol gearbox, standard Nissan Patrol diffs, I'm really amazed. It just amazes me more and more. Every time I drive this car, I just fall in love with it more. I've built the car to be an all-rounder. I want to be able to drive the most rough trails we can find in South Africa, and also get there and also handle speeds and rally driving, because I want to prep for the King of the Hammers race next year, 2027. So they do a lot of high-speed driving, and they do the roughest rock roll. So I always try and build a car that can be best of all worlds. And there's always a give and a take. If your car is better at high speed, you lose out on the off-road, or if it's got more plush suspension for the rock rolling, it's going to have body roll on the high speed. So you always have a give and take. But I'm really amazed with the new Olin shocks in the rear and everything we've did to the car. You can drive it, you can keep up with the high speeds, you can rock roll with the big rock rollers, and I've got my bed in the back. So one of my things always, I wanted from the steering wheel, I want to be able to get into bed, or vice versa. So if we're in Botswana or Namibia and you're worried about lions or something, you can still get from your bed to your steering wheel. You're not stuck in your rooftop tent and the lions are roaming around the car. And I can drive with the rally cars, I can rock roll with the rock rollers, and I can camp with the overlanders. So it's like everything in one. And it does. Normally you lose capability in the one or the other. It does all of them well. So I'm very impressed with I just fall in love with this car every time. I get goosebumps every time I talk about this car. It's only place where it's lacking is the comfort on the highway, because the fenders are so small. But I actually like that, because the cockpit, because it feels like I'm putting on a tight jacket that you're used to wearing. I feel more in touch with the car, because the doors on you have to open the window with your arm out the window to be able to fit properly and to be able to handle the steering wheel. So I just feel more one with the car. If I drive in a bigger car, you feel lost and you slide around in the seat. So I just feel more part of the car, and it's only on the highway where it's got all the it's a very safe family car, because the kids can't slam their fingers in the doors because the gaps are so wide. So you have that wind noise and stuff at the highway speed. So that's the only place where it's lacking is comfort at highway speeds. But I sacrifice the comfort for the handling and for the rock rolling, and be able to camp easily. When we rock up at the campsite, all I have to do is grab my camp chair out, rock that up, and grab something cold out of the freezer. I'm done setting up camp, so I don't need to pitch a tent I don't want to go camping to work hard, I work hard during the week, so I don't want to work hard on the weekends. So it's second for me to set up camp or break down camp. So yeah, and it's doing very well. My next focus is on the Suzuki Samurai. I'm giving myself about 6 weeks to finish it. If I pull a couple of all-nighters and push hard, it could be done in 2 weeks, but I'm going to give myself 6 weeks, because I've got a lot of pressure at work at the moment. I have to actually have a day job as well, so I have to, at the supermarket, I have to put some more time in the supermarket. I'm going to push to get the Suzuki done in the next 6 weeks, so we can do some rock trails and rock testing to prep for the King of the Hammers. Hopefully everything does well, and we'll be in April. I might go to the States to go do some off-road race at Badlands. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll be do some testing in the States with the new King of Hammers car we bought there now. Yeah, so looking forward to a very busy year.